I introduce the speakers, we need to remember that this mass slaughter has been carried out in our name with the support of our government, and the opposition, with a few honourable exceptions, has been complicit. Today, Keir Starmer reaffirmed his position that this is not the time for ceasefire. Our own Labour MP, Gareth Thomas, has refused to call for ceasefire. This is the same MP that to this day refuses to apologise for voting for the Iraq war and consistently votes against any inquiries into that war.
And while Israel is carrying out this massacre in Gaza, it is escalating violence against Palestinians in the West Bank and inside Israel's borders. Yesterday, they raided and bombed the refugee camp in Jenin. Armed Israeli settlers have been shooting Palestinian children point blank and attacking Palestinians in their homes. There is a word for this. It's terrorism. That 76% of the population are calling for a ceasefire. And we show that our government does not represent us, and everything that we can do to weaken our government's ability to continue its imperialist foreign policy is a strength for the Palestinian people.
I do not want them doing, as they are currently doing, saying no ceasefire. Now is not the time for a ceasefire. Well, how many more people must die before they agree to a ceasefire? But we also want the government to immediately seize the export of weapons to Israel. And we must bring those responsible for war crimes to justice.
I am confident that with your support and our Samud, Palestine will be free.
Everyone buy a copy.
We must understand that when you cage a nation, when you subjugate them, when you deprive them, when you dehumanize them, the least you can expect is that there will be a reaction. And the 7th of October was that reaction.
Starmer and so on say that Israel has a legitimate right to defend itself. I ask myself, where does that legitimate right allow the bombing of civilian targets? Where does that legitimate right allow you to deny the basis of human life, i.e. water, to the people? Where does that legitimate defense allow you to kill children? Half of all those that have died in Gaza are children. It's a very young population. 4,000 children have already died in Gaza. And when people say it's not the time to call a ceasefire, well, when the hell is it a time to call a ceasefire when all these people are being killed? And so very brave people in Israel that are also opposing this war, and they should be thanked and supported as well. And whilst it might suit those people to do smart deals that ignores and forgets the Palestinian people, it's the popular feeling around the world that will never forget the Palestinian people, and we certainly will never forget them. So be on the demonstrations, be on the marches, be on the road, and stand with the people of Palestine. Thank you.